Have you ever felt that someone was working against you? That there are people around you wishing you harm, talking behind your back, or trying to sabotage your path? If the answer is yes, you are not alone. Since ancient times, men and women of faith have faced adversaries, enemies, and people driven by envy and wickedness. Psalm 140 is one of the most powerful prayers in the Bible when it comes to spiritual protection against evil, envious, and malicious people who desire our downfall. Written by King David, a man who faced countless enemies throughout his life, this psalm carries a special force that has transcended centuries and continues to protect those who recite it with faith. In this text, we will explore Psalm 140 deeply, understand its meaning, discover how it can protect us, and learn practical ways to use it in our daily lives. Get ready to discover one of the strongest spiritual weapons you can have by your side. Psalm 140 was written by King David, one of the most important figures in the Bible. David was not only a king, he was a man of intense prayer, a warrior who trusted in God more than in his own strength. During his life, David faced terrible persecutions. He was hunted by King Saul, who was jealous of him. He was betrayed by those close to him. He faced enemies in battle. And even though he was a man after God's own heart, he was not free from suffering attacks from wicked people. It was precisely in this context of threats, persecutions, and danger that David wrote Psalm 140. He did not write it as someone who was comfortable and safe, but as someone who urgently needed divine protection. This psalm was born out of real necessity, from the heart of someone afflicted and seeking refuge in God. And that is exactly why Psalm 140 is so powerful. It was forged in the fire of adversity, in the pain of someone being unjustly attacked. When we recite this psalm, we connect with that same energy of divine protection that David sought thousands of years ago. Let's read the full Psalm 140 to understand its essence. Deliver me, O Lord, from the evil man, preserve me from the violent man, which imagine mischiefs in their heart. Continually are they gathered together for war. They have sharpened their tongues like a serpent, adder's poison is under their lips. Keep me, O Lord, from the hands of the wicked, preserve me from the violent man, who have purposed to overthrow my goings. The proud have hid a snare for me in courts, they have spread a net by the wayside, they have set gins for me. I said unto the Lord, Thou art my God. Hear the voice of my supplications, O Lord. O God the Lord, the strength of my salvation, Thou hast covered my head in the day of battle. Grant not, O Lord, the desires of the wicked, further not his wicked device, lest they exalt themselves. As for the head of those that compass me about, let the mischief of their own lips cover them. Let burning coals fall upon them. Let them be cast into the fire, into deep pits that they rise not up again. Let not an evil speaker be established in the earth. Evil shall hunt the violent man to overthrow him. I know that the Lord will maintain the cause of the afflicted, and the right of the poor. Surely the righteous shall give thanks unto thy name, the upright shall dwell in thy presence. Psalm 140 begins with a direct plea, Deliver me, O Lord, from the evil man. David is not asking for protection from accidents or illnesses, but specifically from wicked people. This is significant because it recognizes a truth many prefer to ignore. There are people who consciously choose to do evil. These people can be anywhere, at work, in the family, in the neighborhood, or even within religious communities. They are the ones who speak ill behind others' backs, spread lies, sabotage projects, and rejoice in others' failures. Psalm 140 serves as a shield against such negative energies. One of the strongest images in Psalm 140 is the comparison of the wicked's tongue to a serpent's venom. They sharpen their tongues like a serpent, adder's poison is under their lips. David knew that words can be deadly weapons. A well-told lie can destroy a reputation. A slander can end relationships. Gossip can ruin a career. The poison of words spreads slowly, causing deep damage. Psalm 140 especially protects us from those who use words as weapons. The slanderers, the gossipers, the liars who seek to harm us. David speaks of snares, cords, nets, and traps. These images represent the situations that malicious people create to make us stumble. They are hidden plans, secret strategies, subtle situations set up to make us fall. Sometimes these traps are so subtle we don't even notice them. It might be an innocent-looking invitation that's actually a trap. A seemingly good opportunity that was designed to compromise us. A tricky question meant to put us in a difficult spot. Psalm 140 asks God to protect us from these invisible traps. In the middle of the psalm, David makes a powerful declaration, I said unto the Lord, Thou art my God. This is a statement of faith and belonging. David is saying that no matter how many enemies surround him, he belongs to God, and God belongs to him. This unshakable trust is what makes divine protection effective. When we recite Psalm 140, we are not merely repeating words. We are declaring our faith, our conviction that God is greater than anyone who wishes us harm, greater than any evil plan, greater than any envy or malice directed against us. An important aspect of Psalm 140 is the call for divine justice. David asks that the evil planned by the wicked fall upon their own heads. This is not personal revenge, it's a plea for God's justice to prevail. Often when we are attacked by wicked people, our first reaction is to retaliate, to get even. Psalm 140 teaches us to hand the situation over to God. He is the one who will bring justice. He will ensure that evil turns back upon those who commit it. Psalm 140 is not just a beautiful prayer. It's a prayer that has been tested and proven by thousands of people over the centuries. Countless believers have turned to this psalm in times of persecution, envy, and malice, and have witnessed its effectiveness. There are reports of people who were being persecuted at work and, after praying Psalm 140 with faith, saw the situation completely turn around. Stories of individuals who were victims of gossip and slander and, by reciting this psalm daily, saw the truth prevail and their slanderers exposed. Testimonies of those who were surrounded by envious people and, through this prayer, experienced supernatural protection. Many prayers ask for good things or blessings. Psalm 140 is different. It goes straight to the root of the problem, the people driven by malice and envy. It doesn't ignore the existence of evil, it confronts it directly. This is important because many times spirituality can seem naive or disconnected from reality. Psalm 140 shows that biblical faith is realistic. It recognizes that evil people exist, that injustice abounds, that we are surrounded by danger. And precisely because it recognizes this, it offers specific and powerful protection. When we recite Psalm 140 regularly, something changes in our spiritual energy. We begin to radiate a vibration of protection that naturally drives malicious people away. It's as if we create an invisible shield around us. People who use this psalm frequently report that envious individuals simply start to drift away from them, that dangerous situations resolve themselves mysteriously, and that traps are dismantled before they even take shape. This happens because Psalm 140 doesn't just ask for protection. It activates real, tangible protection in our lives. The most common and effective way to use Psalm 140 is through daily recitation. Choose a moment of the day, preferably in the morning, to read or recite the entire psalm aloud. This creates protection that lasts throughout the day. As you recite it, do so with attention and faith. Don't repeat the words mechanically. Feel each phrase, internalize every request. Imagine yourself truly being protected by God from all malicious and envious people. When you know or sense that you are being targeted by malice, envy, or slander, recite Psalm 140 immediately. It can be before a difficult meeting at work, when you hear that someone is speaking ill of you, or when you feel negative energies around you. In such moments, the psalm acts as an emergency shield, creating a spiritual barrier between you and the source of evil. Combined with other spiritual practices. Psalm 140 can be combined with other spiritual practices to enhance its power. You can light a white candle while reciting it, symbolizing the divine light that dispels darkness. Write the psalm on paper and carry it with you. Read it before bed for a protected night's sleep. Recite it on behalf of a loved one who is being persecuted. For environments, Psalm 140 can also be used to protect spaces. If you feel your workplace is full of envy and negative energy, recite the psalm there. If your home is being targeted by envious neighbors, read the psalm in each room. This creates an atmosphere of protection, making it harder for negative energies to settle there. Signs that you need Psalm 140. You feel you're being sabotaged. If your projects keep failing for no apparent reason, if something always gets in the way of your plans, if things mysteriously go wrong, you might be under spiritual sabotage caused by envy and malice. There's a lot of gossip and slander around you. When you find out people are spreading lies about you, twisting your words, or creating rumors, it's time to turn to Psalm 140. These are exactly the poisonous tongues the psalm protects us from. You feel heavy energies. Sometimes the presence of malicious and envious people creates a heavy atmosphere around us. You feel tired for no reason, anxious or oppressed. You may be absorbing the negative energies directed at you. Psalm 140 cleanses and protects. There are clearly envious people nearby. When you notice that some people get uncomfortable with your success, show satisfaction when things go wrong for you, or make negative comments disguised as concern, Those are clear signs of envy. These people need to be neutralized spiritually through Psalm 140. Testimonies of the power of Psalm 140. Over the years, countless people have testified to the effectiveness of Psalm 140 in their lives. A woman reported that she was being persecuted by a jealous co-worker who spread lies about her. After she began reciting Psalm 140 daily, within a month the co-worker was transferred to another department, and all the lies were exposed. A businessman said he felt his competitors were using dishonest means to harm him. He began reading Psalm 140 every morning before opening his business. Within a few weeks, his business began to prosper, while his dishonest competitors faced setbacks. A mother shared that her son was being bullied at school. She started praying Psalm 140 for him every night. Gradually, the children who bullied him lost interest and new, kind friendships entered the boy's life. These testimonies are not coincidences. They are evidence of the real and transformative power that this psalm carries when recited with genuine faith. Cautions and important guidelines. Use it with a pure heart. Psalm 140 is a prayer of protection, not of attack. It should never be used with the intent to harm anyone, but only to protect yourself from those who wish you harm. Use it with a clean heart, asking for divine protection and justice, not personal revenge. It does not replace practical action. Although Psalm 140 is powerful, it does not replace wise and practical action. If you are in real danger, take the necessary measures. Seek help, distance yourself from toxic people, seek guidance. Prayer works together with wisdom, not instead of it. Have faith and patience. The effects of Psalm 140 can be immediate in some cases, but in others they may take time. Don't give up if you don't see results right away. Keep reciting with faith, trusting that God is working in your favor even when you can't see it yet. Maintain your own integrity. There's no point in asking for protection against evil people if you yourself are acting with malice. Make sure you are not doing to others what you complain about. Psalm 140 protects the righteous, those who seek to live uprightly. Conclusion: your protection is available. Psalm 140 is undoubtedly one of the most powerful psalms in the Bible when it comes to protection from malicious and envious people who wish us harm. It has endured for millennia, proving its effectiveness by protecting countless individuals from spiritual and physical attacks from their enemies. In a world where envy, malice, and deceit seem more present than ever, having this spiritual weapon by your side is essential. Psalm 140 is not just a beautiful prayer, it is a real shield, a tangible protection that God offers to all who seek Him sincerely. If you are facing persecution, feel surrounded by envious people, are a victim of gossip and slander, or sense negative energies directed against you, don't hesitate, start reciting Psalm 140 today. Make it your daily prayer of protection. Carry it in your heart and on your lips. Remember the final words of this powerful psalm: I know that the Lord will maintain the cause of the afflicted and the right of the poor. Surely the righteous shall give thanks to your name, the upright shall dwell in your presence. This is a promise. God will uphold your cause. He will defend you. He will bring justice. You are not alone in this battle. You have a powerful ally, a protector who never sleeps, a defender greater than all your enemies combined. And you have Psalm 140, a key that opens the doors of divine protection over your life. Use it with faith. Use it frequently. Use it with confidence. And experience for yourself the transforming and protective power that this ancient prayer carries. Your life will be different. You will walk protected, guarded, and no weapon formed against you shall prosper. May Psalm 140 be for you what it was for David and for so many others throughout history: an impenetrable shield, a strong tower, a safe refuge against all malice and envy. And may you experience, day after day, the loving and powerful protection of God over your life.